Hello, my name is Grace and I welcome you to this basic training video about the sport of goalball. This video will give you a brief introduction and overview over the most important rules and characteristics of goalball so that you can also play this sport. Chapter 1: History of the game. Goalball was invented after the Second World War to rehabilitate blind veterans in Germany and Austria. In 1976, goalball was introduced as a Paralympic game, and since then, every 4 years, a world championship is held. NPC Rwanda officially launched goalball in 2005, and every year about 10 different teams compete in the national championship. Chapter 2: Main characteristics. Goalball is a game played by two teams of both 3 players with a maximum of 3 substitutes on each team. Goalball is to be played on a rectangular court which is divided into 2 halves by a center line. Goals are erected at either end, and the game is to be played with a bell ball. The object of the game is for each team to roll the ball across the opponent's goal line, while the other team attempts this from happening. Chapter 3: The court. The court of goalball consists of a rectangle 18 meters in length and 9 meters in width. There are 3 different areas on each side of the court. The team area. The team area measures 9 meters in depth and 3 meters in width, with its back edge being the goal baseline. 2 outward position lines are located 1.5 meters from the front limitation line. These lines should be 1.5 meters in length and run inward from the outside limitation line on each side of the team area. Furthermore, 2 center position lines 0.5 meters in length shall be included. They are located in the middle, running inward from the team area front limitation line and the goal baseline, perpendicular to these lines. Additionally, there are 2 0.15 meter lines extending perpendicularly towards the goal line, 1.5 meters apart of the sideline, located on the front limitation line of the team area. The landing area. Located in front of the team area, there is the landing area, 9 meters wide by 3 meters in depth. The neutral area. The remaining space between the 2 landing areas, 6 meters in depth, is the neutral area. It should be divided into 2 halves of both 3 meters by a center line in the middle. Chapter 4: Team composition. Competitions shall be divided into 2 divisions, men and women. A team consists of 3 players with a maximum of 3 substitutes. The center player is mainly responsible for defending the goal because he has to protect the most space of the team area. He also mostly distributes the ball to the 2 wingers, who are responsible for the act of throwing. Nevertheless, all players must perform both defensively and offensively. Chapter 5: Conduct of the game. Length of the game. A game takes 24 minutes divided into 2 equal halves of 12 minutes. Between 2 games, there should be at least 5 minutes break time. Half time shall be 3 minutes. Overtime. When the score is tied at the end of the 20 minutes regulation play, and after taking a 3-minute break, the teams will play 2 additional overtime halves of each 3 minutes. The team to score the first goal is the winner, and the game will be completed. Chapter 6. Equipment. Goals. The width of the goals shall be 9 meters. Goalposts are round and 1.3 meters in height. They should be outside the court, but in line with the goal baseline. Measurements shall be taken inside the goal. Eye shades. All players must wear eye shades on the court from the eye shades check at the start of any half until the end of any half. Chapter 7. Team substitutions. Each team may make a maximum of 3 substitutions during regulation time and 1 substitution during overtime. A substitution is requested to a referee anytime the team has control of the ball or there is an official timeout by a coach or player using non-verbal hand signals and by saying substitution. Chapter 8. Infractions. In the case of an infraction, the ball shall be turned over to the defending team. Pass out. A pass out occurs when the ball crosses the sideline during a pass between team members, or the ball goes out of bounds through an action of a defending player. Ball over. If the ball is blocked by a defensive player and the ball rebounds over the center line in the neutral zone, the ball shall be returned to the possession of the team that has thrown the ball. Chapter 9. Penalties. There are 2 types of penalties: personal penalties and team penalties. In both cases, only 1 player shall remain on the court to defend the penalty throw. In the case of a personal penalty, this shall be the player who committed the penalty. In the case of a team penalty, this shall be the player who made the last recorded throw before the penalty. Chapter 9, Part 1. Personal penalties. Short ball. Anytime a ball has been thrown and comes to rest before the team area of the defending team, the play shall be whistled dead and a penalty shot shall be awarded to the defending team. High ball. After throw, the ball must touch the floor at least once in the team area or landing area of the throwing team. If not, the throw counts but cannot score. Long ball. The ball must touch the floor at least once in the neutral area. If not, the throw counts but cannot score. Eye shades. Any player on the court who touches his eye shades shall be penalized. Noise. Any excessive noise made by a player during the act of throwing that prevents tracking by the defending team shall be penalized. Illegal defense. The first defensive contact with the ball must be made by a player who has any part of his body touching the team area. If this is not the case, the ball position has to change. Chapter 9, Part 2. Team penalties. 10 seconds. A team must throw the ball within 10 seconds after the defensive team's first contact with the ball. After timeout or substitution, the 10 seconds shall be not reset. Team delay of game. A team delay of game penalty shall be awarded against a team if that team is not ready to start play or any action of the team preventing the continuation of the game. Chapter 10. Offense. Normal throw. If you are right-handed, the left leg is in front. If you are left-handed, it's the other way around. The forward step and the throwing movement of the arm should occur at the same time. Throwing the ball is one movement. This is a relatively easy throw after which the attacker remains in the defending position. Backward throw. The attacker looks towards his own goal. Then he turns around and uses the energy of the 180-degree turn to increase the power of the throw. The turning movement and the movement of throwing the ball are one action. Having a stronger and faster outcome of the ball, the backward throw is difficult to learn as it requires a good orientation of the player. 360-degree throw. For this throw, the player starts by facing the opposing team. During the throw, the attacker turns a full 360-degree circle. The movement consists of 3 steps. If you are right-handed, you start with the left leg. The first step is straight, but you turn the left foot to the left side. That is the first 180-degree turn. The second step is the most important step of the movement because it provides much energy to the throw during the second 180-degree turn. The right foot should be turned to the left side against the direction of the planned throw. Then, the third step with the left foot in the direction of the throw completes the movement. The energy of a 360-degree turn put into the throw makes this shot very fast and difficult to defend. Chapter 11. Defense. Expecting the ball. The recommended way of expecting the ball is as follows. Squatting down with one leg bent, the player stretches out the other leg to the side. Both hands touch the ground. This position has the advantage that the player can slide to both sides very quickly, which allows a high level of mobility. Blocking the ball. The best way to block the ball is to lie down stretched out on the side. The player's legs, arms, fingers, feet and upper body shall be completely stretched, having the fingers spread. Legs and arms should be close to the floor, preventing the ball from underrunning. Another important factor during the block is the position of the player in the field. The player should always block parallel to the goal, having his body at a 90-degree angle to the floor. Thank you very much for watching this training video. If you have any questions or want to support NPC Rwanda, please contact us on the info@npcrwanda.com or go on npcrwanda.com. Murabeho.